This is one of the scariest crashes I've ever seen. Could have been much worse. 100 kilometers an hour and 3 riders go down. This was the first uphill finish of the AlUla Tour 2026, finishing on Bir Jayda Mountain Virka. It's 5Ks, 5%, but actually it's 4%, gradually ramping up to a last K that's quite steep. There was headwind on the first part of the climb where they're going like 35 Ks an hour. So for stage 3, no surprise, UAE Team Emirates are on the front with Julius Johansson controlling for the stage favourite Jan Christian, but look who's behind him. The whole of Tudor Pro Cycling lined up, so when you often see that, it means the team is confident in their rider for the day. They're ready to control as well. In the breakaway, we had Key, Rosley, and Hazazi, 2 from Terengganu and 1 from the Saudi Arabian national team in the race. And we had some people taking photographs from up there. But it looked like the 2 Terengganu boys had a good time in the breakaway. They're caught going into the intermediate sprint with about 13 Ks to go. So this sprint, it's at the top of a plateau. They've been doing a lot of this stage at like 1,000 meters altitude on a plateau. That's why as well it's like 19 degrees, quite cool temperatures. And then they begin this really high speed descent into then the base of the final climb. And Daniel Skirl had won that intermediate sprint, and none of the GC guys contested it. I'm just trying to piece together what happened in this crash. It looks like the 2 white jerseys are moving up on the left-hand side underneath the Modern Adventure Pro Cycling guys in the burgundy. And then all of a sudden, you see here Davide Stella. He understeers in this right-hander. I don't know why, but he understeers when you compare his line to his teammates, and he goes down. Fabien Grelier goes over him. Lorenz Rex can't break in time either. He goes over him. This is one of the highest speed crashes, unfortunately, we've had in a long time. You see, Stella just comes off the line of the UAE Team Emirates rider in front of him. Grelier's got nowhere to go, same with Rex. And this is some of the worst road rash you'll ever see. I haven't seen any medical updates from UAE or from Total Energies. Lorenz Rex finished the stage on Soudal Quickstep. I don't know if they broke their wrist or not. Stella's holding his left wrist. Grelier looked like, in a really bad way, but like, look at these rocks. This could have been way worse. I mean, I've seen the Strava, the speed that they were going. They crashed it. They were going 100 Ks an hour. Like, imagine being thrown out of a car at 100 Ks an hour, and Rex finishes the stage. I mean, I'd take a broken wrist. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe they don't even have that. So hopefully they're all okay. I mean, yeah, that's some of the worst road rash I've seen. And they hit and stick. Like, they don't slide that far as you'd think on maybe like on European roads. You think they slide further. And like, you see all the rocks. That concrete barrier was just starting another 100 meters afterwards. So maybe it's lucky that wasn't there. So crazy crash. Thankful that the 3 guys basically walked away from it. But yeah, that's the worst road rash I've seen ever, actually, since covering the channel. But the race goes on. That's cycling. The race continues. Jan Christian, UAE Team Emirates, they want him to do the business. Jacob AlUla line up on the right-hand side. I found their tactics quite surprising. So their best climber, and he's probably the second best guy for the stage, is Paul Double, but he lost 12 minutes in the crosswinds. They have Hatherley, who was good on this finish last year. He did well in GC last year. But they make the race really, really hard on the 5 and 6%. And you see when their last domestique pulls off, Double's already breathing pretty heavily. Hatherley's definitely suffering. And I think this plays into the hands of the pure climbers a lot more, who sit in. Because there's headwind here. It's 35 Ks an hour. Paul Double's tiny. I mean, he's a great pure climber, but he should be waiting for that last section, or use him to cover attacks like this. Use him to cover, but now he's not fresh anymore. He's just hit the wind himself, and he can't respond to Kristen. So I think if they'd used Double to control Kristen, sit in the wheel, that would have helped Hatherley. Double probably might have won the stage. But Garofoli responds to Kristen, gets into the wheel, and he was very good at the end of last season, the Italian punchy climber on Soudal Quickstep. He had a good result in the European road race. He's just sitting in the wheel of Kristen, who was doing big numbers, and that's the thing, like, he doesn't need to do this. It's a mile to go. There's a headwind. It's on 6%, 7%. And then they stop because Garofoli's not pulling, and then Kristen does another big burst to try and get rid of him. So he's so explosive, like he doesn't need to drop everybody, with 3 minutes to go. He could just do it in the last 20 seconds. But anyway, he's got some panache, he's got some flair, he goes for it. It made this as a great last 5 minutes of the race, really, or more, 10 minutes. It was a really enjoyable final, because when you see here, this race is over. Kristen's got a gap. Arrieta's in the wheel of Eulalia, who's coming back. So even if he closes him, he'll win the stage, or UAE will. The rest of the group, Voisard and Higuita, they're out of it. But in the last K, Voisard and Higuita just winded up on the steeper section. The two UAE Emirates guys have blown their doors off. Eulalia has done the most work of anyone, probably closing down Kristen. He was very strong also in Tour of Britain last year. Higuita, where's he been? Sergio Higuita, I haven't seen him. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. He goes for a big attack. It looked like he had it because he's so explosive. But then Voisard comes, times his sprint perfectly. I think he's only won one pro race in Hungary before 3 years ago, and he wins the stage. Kristen and Arrieta are actually losing 6 seconds, and Voisard looking very, very good for the GC. But yeah, Eulalia very strong. Higuita's probably good for a few races at the start of this year, I would say. But a very eventful stage and entertaining mountaintop finish. Voisard winning the stage ahead of Eulalia, Higuita, Henok Mulubran, and Van Sevenot Vinokurov. Kurt, Kristen, Castellon, and Munton on 6 seconds. So 3 Astanas in the top 6. They're not stopping. Voisard goes into the GC lead 4 seconds ahead of Eulalia and 6 seconds ahead of Higuita, which should set up a pretty entertaining final stage in Skyviews. Here's what Voisard had to say after the stage.
Denis, congratulations. We were maybe expecting another Swiss rider to shine today, but it was your day, and it's great. I mean, of course, to start the season with such a win.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing to start the season with a win. I waited this one quite a long time after Hungary a few years ago, so I'm super happy to win today.
It was a question of timing, and you timed it perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. I knew with the headwind that I had to wait really the last moment until the last kilometer, and I did all in the last K. Didn't really think about the guys behind, and I had the power to come back on the 3 guys in front, and then I knew that I had a quite strong finish on a finish line like this.
For you, for your career, beating the likes of all the riders here at the AlUla Tour, that means a lot for your ambitions, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure. The level is super high here, and I really want to thank my teammates that they make an amazing job from the start of the week. So it's a big win for us.
I hope you enjoyed the video. I think we've got another sprint tomorrow, and then on Sunday we have Skyviews, which with these small gaps, I think is going to be pretty good to watch. Until then, ciao ciao.